Hi, this is Alan Donaldson, reporting for Kidson from Cold Harbour Night in Venlo with Fisherman Hawkins.
Hi.
Good evening, guys. How are you?
Hey.
Very well, thanks.
It's
fine,
nice
thanks.
to be here. So I've got a couple of questions I'd like to ask you. First off, where do your artist names come from? How did that come about?
Well, yeah, it's quite easy to be honest. His last name is Vissers, and when you translate it in English, it's like a fisherman.
Okay.
And mine last name is Koopmans, and we checked on Google a little bit, and we find some nice words, and one of them was when you translate it's a hawkin,
A hawker. Yeah.
or hawkin. So yeah, we just had a little brainstorm session, and Fisherman Hawkins was born. So yeah.
That's super, man.
It's basically our last names,
Yeah.
but then translated into English.
Yeah, and a little switch on mine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Keeps it real. So where did you guys meet for the first time?
Well, that is already like 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
We were both clubbers back in the day, and we both went to a lot of parties at the previous venue. This is Grand Strike right now,
Yeah.
but the owners had the previous venue was called Peron 55, also in
Okay.
Venlo.
Yeah.
So we were both clubbers back by then, like 10 years back, and we went there to techno parties, house parties, and
Yeah, both organizing our own events. He
Yeah.
did the Ale Walk thing, which
Yeah.
is still going on, and I did another club night in my own hometown. And we invited each other to come on and play at my party. Yeah, cool, and I'll play again. I'll play once at your party, and yeah.
That's really
So that
great.
was
Yeah.
that's how we met. Yeah.
Went from there.
yeah.
So when you first got back together and all that time ago, 10 years or whatever, what were your ideas for the future? What did you have planned? Did you think you would become as famous as you become, or?
No, that was kind of unexpected, of course, but well, it all happened when we did a unsuspected, or how do you say, an unplanned back-to-back set, also at Peron 55. We
Okay.
both had to play there that night, and suddenly we were ended up back-to-back behind the decks, and it was so much fun to do it together, and the audience reacted very well, and the crowd went mad, and there was some cool kind of energy, some chemistry over there.
Yeah, he did already. He was producing some trance tunes. Get supported by Chesto and also Armin van Buren in his radio show.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then suddenly, some night we had that back-to-back session, and after that we had a few drinks, and we can continue together, as a duo, and started the.
Let's combine forces,
Yeah.
And it really worked from day one,
This is great.
it still does.
Yeah, if you have the click and it
Exactly.
goes forward, this
Yeah.
is really cool. So when it comes to production and things like that, what role do you each take in that? Where do you stand?
I'm more the guy of the melodies and
Yeah.
chords, and to basically make the whole break and all these things. And Rob sits in the studio every once in a while as well to add some points, from hey, this is maybe something to make it better.
Share some thoughts, So
Yeah.
which direction are we gonna go with this track? And
Yeah.
So
It's basically we're building a lot of melodies almost every day because we want every track to be focused on the melody. That has to be the main part of the track for us, and it needs to be catchy. That's always what we are thinking about, to make something as catchy as possible.
Mhm.
And after that, then we sit down with another friend of us that helps us to build the whole arrangement.
track.
So we sit down with the three of us,
Yeah.
and then
we
we build
make it a fist-pumping track.
we built the grooves, we built the riffs, we built the intro, outro, and all these things all together. And
That's really good. How long is it taking? What's the quickest track you've ever put together, and how long did that take you?
I don't know, but maybe sometimes most of the times it's a long
Long
story,
process,
long story
yeah,
all
yeah.
the time. But Well, I can remember we had the virus track after Apache coming up, and
Yeah.
Cold Harbour asked us to do they wanted also a B-side of the
For the
package,
virus track, yeah.
So we had like small amount of time to create a second track, and I think it was like 1 week or something like that, or maybe less.
Yeah.
So we had like 3 or 4 nights. We sat down together
For the
and then-
antidote track.
The antidote track, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
It was pretty.
Sometimes you have to,
You have to go for it.
you have to go for it and lock yourself up in the
Yeah.
studio and then just go for it. And
Yeah.
But the average time, I think, what would it be? Maybe a month, but it can be 3 months as well.
Yeah,
it
it just
depends.
depends
Yeah,
on-
yeah, yeah. Especially with collabs, you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
over.
And the main thing is the melody and you know, it's
the idea is
Oh,
the whole vibe.
the idea of the track,
finding
yeah.
the journey of the track.
the idea of the track, yeah. If you have no idea and then you just go to the studio and just, it's not gonna work. You have to get the idea.
Just going back to your music again, your debut track, Peerless, which you did a collaboration with Mark Sixma.
Yeah.
How did you feel that went down with the audience and things like that?
Pretty well, especially if you keep in mind that it was the first track, and that track specifically tells how this process of the track went, you know, because we made all the melodies and the breaks and all these kind of things, and Mark Sixma did his thing with the groove, and he put it also like a couple of things he added extra on it, and so that's basically the start of how we work right now as well, and it's.
So it's something you've continued since the very beginning then?
Yeah, exactly. And well, back then we didn't have a name at all, and I can remember that we both visited the State of Trance 500, was it back then?
It was 500, yes.
Yeah, and Mark Sixma had to play there and in the small area, and he played it over there, of course, because it was just finished. And we were feeling so proud at that moment.
That was
a really cool moment.
Yeah. Amazing to
First time, you know, even when it's Mark Sixma, you know, who co-made the track, you know, he was the guy who we collabed with, but it still was such a great feeling to hear it over there.
That first time you heard the track live on a big event, that's priceless.
And it still is.
Yeah.
No matter if it's yesterday or like 2 months ago, when a track is played somewhere, especially on very big events, then it's really
always
nice.
Always a moment.
Special buzz.
Yes, sure.
What was the pressure like to create a follow-up? Did you find there was much pressure, or
On Peerless?
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't, that after that track there wasn't any pressure at all. I can't remember.
We just wanted to make our first few tracks as memorable as possible. So that's basically why we came up with Night Shift and later on Apache, of course.
Yeah.
Which were both very important tracks for our career until now, and especially Apache, of course.
Yeah.
And well, after Apache, the pressure was way bigger than it was after Peerless. Sure. Because we also both had the feeling that it was, you know, after such a track that gets played everywhere, it's almost undoable.
What do you do next?
Yeah.
What do you do next?
Almost impossible to get something. It takes a while, you know, to get your feedback and to get all focus back on your work again, to create something unique again, or it takes a while sometimes.
You're now part of the Schulz Music Group, of course. How much does that mean to you as artists?
Well, I think it's when you can work together with Marcus and his crew, and the way they doing things for you, and well, that's just great. I mean, couldn't be better to work with those guys, and they're really helping us with all those kind of things, you know, like small things, but also like how we're gonna do this, how we're gonna do that, and teach us a little bit, and it's good to have such a good team behind you.
But it also makes sense, you know. It's the perfect base right now for us to be here with.
Also sound-wise, you know, it's.
This is really good. So what can we expect for Fisherman Hawkins in the future? I noticed I had a wee look on Facebook this evening before I come out, and I see you've got a classic or a remix of a classic track coming out. Can you give us a wee bit more information on that?
Well, maybe we can reveal it here. I don't think it's
not sure if it's possible already, but well, there is a classic coming up, a remix of a classic.
We're gonna play it tonight, so.
Super.
Well, maybe we can announce it.
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Well, we did remix Bart Klaassen's Heartseer, the amazing flashover track from back in the day as well. What was the year of it? 2000. Not that long ago, but it's still one of the favorites of many people.
Yeah, sure.
It's because it was such a dark, moody track. You know, the break is really long and the drop is really only with pads and all these things, and it's really emotional. You know, the original, and so we were really feeling this track when they asked us to do the remix, and we said yes immediately. And
it's a wrap.
That's coming up shortly.
I'm sure everybody will be excited to hear this evening. Well,
sure.
Listen, I'd like to thank you for your time.
Sure, no, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it for being able to do that with you there.
It was a pleasure.
Can't wait to hear you play live tonight.
Yeah,
Alright. First time for me.
Alright,
cool. Alright.
Thanks.
As we say in Holland, thank you very much.